we're going to cover how the secure SD-WAN works, as well as a couple new features that further streamline the orchestration and ZTP process. Then, we'll go over the rich analytics that are available, and finally, the integrated and comprehensive security provided by the solution. What you're looking at now is the FortiManager. FortiManager is the centralized management and orchestration component of the solution. Note that there is also a FortiAnalyzer integrated with FortiManager. FortiAnalyzer aggregates logs and other telemetry and turns them into useful analytics and reports. Since our FortiAnalyzer is integrated with our FortiManager, all the FortiAnalyzer features can be accessed under the same single pane of glass. Let's go to Device Manager. You'll see that we have 2 branch offices, each connected to dual hubs. They're also connected to a FortiGate in a public cloud, performing the role of a cloud gateway. In our environment, branch offices steer real-time voice and video traffic to the cloud gateway for better performance and resiliency. For building our SD-WAN overlay, we first used the new simple 4-step SD-WAN overlay wizard to create our dual hub SD-WAN overlay. One thing to point out is that if we wish to have full mesh any-to-any communications, simply enable ADVPN in the wizard, and it will use Fortinet proprietary ADVPN technology to create the overlay. ADVPN solves the scalability constraints of traditional full mesh and allows for full mesh connectivity by creating a mesh of FortiGates that utilize dynamic on-demand tunnels. In the wizard, all you need to do is define which FortiGates are your hubs and which are your branches, and then fill out some basic WAN and LAN information. Once completed, the wizard will create the necessary provisioning templates and add them all to a new template group. You can see here that there are auto-generated template groups for our hubs and branches. These template groups can now be used for easy provisioning or to push down configuration changes to many devices at once. Next, we will provision a 3rd branch to our SD-WAN. For this, we will use another new feature that streamlines ZTP, which is the device blueprint. A device blueprint is a key component in the ZTP process, which ties in all the necessary templates and policy packages for easy ZTP of new devices. We will assign any new FortiGate using the blueprint to the branch's device group and use the branch policy package as well as the provisioning template group we auto-generated with the SD-WAN overlay wizard. Now, once that's done, we will create a model device. This is a pre-configured object representing a branch device, which will be pre-authorized and onboarded later. Fill out the required parameters, including configuring it to use our device blueprint. Edit the metadata variable to dynamically adjust configurations according to our branch ID, which in this case is 3. Now, when the actual branch 3 device comes online, our ZTP cloud service will facilitate the connection between the FortiGate and FortiManager, and the configuration will be automatically pushed down, and branch 3 will be part of our SD-WAN overlay with all configurations. As you can see, the entire process of onboarding a new branch to our SD-WAN takes only a matter of minutes. Even better, once our SD-WAN region is in place, any subsequent branches added to our branch's device group will be auto-provisioned. Fortinet Secure SD-WAN is transport agnostic and has a flexible and easy-to-use SD-WAN rules engine. To configure path selection, simply go to our branch SD-WAN template. Here we have the 3 key components for SD-WAN, the first of which being SD-WAN members. Both underlay interfaces, such as broadband internet or MPLS, and overlay SD-WAN tunnel interfaces. Next are the performance SLA health checks. These provide ongoing measurements and SLA thresholds, which are then used to make path steering decisions. One thing I want to point out is that our performance SLA health checks utilize both active probes and passive measurements, which use actual application flows to derive latency, jitter, and packet loss for the most accurate failover. On the active probe side, there are many protocols to choose from. This design allows for the health check results and the SLA thresholds to be more closely matched with the application being steered. Scrolling down the page, here we can define our SLA thresholds as well as how frequently probes are sent out and how many consecutive failures trigger a link down failover, among other settings. And finally, we have the SD-WAN rules. Here we have an SD-WAN rule for Office 365 for our marketing department. For source, we selected all, user group marketing. For applications, we'll select a few Office 365 apps. I want to mention that there are two distinct application databases. One is the Internet Service Database, or ISDB. Applications here are steered on first packet. The other application database utilizes Deep Packet Inspection, or DPI, and since it is inspecting the actual payload, it is able to make very granular and accurate application identification. Between the two app databases, there are well over 5,000 applications which can be identified, with more being added and updated by FortiGuard Labs every day. If you have in-house developed applications, you can add custom application signatures and use them for application steering. It's also worth pointing out that you can group applications together into application groups or even steer entire categories of applications. The next step is to select the type of steering strategy. This determines how and where the applications are steered. There are multiple useful steering strategies, which include steering based on best quality, lowest cost, and active-active to maximize bandwidth use. Manual means to pin applications to a certain SD-WAN member or members. Best quality allows automatic steering of applications based on which metric is chosen to be most important. This can be latency, jitter, packet loss, available bandwidth, or even a weighted mix. Lowest cost allows prioritization of paths based on a number of factors, including the cost of a link. One particular use case for this are branches with, let's say, an internet circuit and a metered cellular connection. Ideally, you'd want the cellular connection to be a backup of last resort. With lowest costs, the traffic will remain on the internet link as long as it remains within SLA. It will only fail over to the next lowest cost link, which in this case is the cellular link, if it falls out of SLA. For applications where you would like to utilize your SD-WAN members in an active-active fashion, simply select Maximize Bandwidth. Here, two or more links can be simultaneously used to load balance application traffic as long as they are within SLA. And with that, we're done with the SD-WAN rule. You can see that it has been added to our SD-WAN rules list. Finally, for real-time voice and video traffic, you can further improve the quality of experience by enabling WAN remediation features such as what you see here with packet duplication or forward error correction. This allows for better voice and video quality even when there is packet loss. No secure SD-WAN solution would be complete without detailed analytics for both security and networking. Here we have a global map which displays all of our SD-WAN sites. The sites are color-coded so that admins can see which sites are having issues with a quick glance. Here you can pull up a real-time snapshot of the latency, jitter, packet loss of each site. To drill down further, go to Table View and choose the branch you wish to look at. Here, there are many useful analytic charts and graphs. We can see that there is bandwidth use, SD-WAN quality, and the current active path per SD-WAN rule. Scrolling down, you'll find the historical graphs for each performance SLA, which displays latency, jitter, and packet loss. In FortiView, you'll find two predefined SD-WAN monitors. The secure SD-WAN monitor displays key metrics on a per-site basis. Here we have the branch 1 analytics for the past 4 hours. This time range can be as small as 5 minutes, or you can go back months. This particular SD-WAN monitor contains a plethora of useful metrics. At the top, you have a real-time snapshot of key network metrics for each SD-WAN member. Scrolling down, you can see the amount of bandwidth being consumed. To its right, you can see a chart on historical SD-WAN performance. And as we scroll down, we can see my personal favorite, which is the SD-WAN rules utilization chart. This chart graphically represents the paths that each application is utilizing, which is very useful data to have. Moving on, the next chart provides information on which applications are consuming the most bandwidth. Further down, the next one displays the top SD-WAN SLA issues, which can alert admins on potential network problems. The next three charts provide key information on our passively measured applications. Since the data is based on actual application traffic, the metrics here provide great insight into how your applications are actually performing. Here, we can view the performance of the three applications we've chosen to passively measure: GoToMeeting, YouTube, and Zoom. In Fortinet Secure SD-WAN 7.2, we now have the ability to measure and steer based on MOS score. MOS stands for Mean Opinion Score, which is a metric that represents perceived quality of a call. And finally, you have detailed graphs on measured results for our performance SLAs. These graphs can be used to determine if the network was the root cause for application issues during troubleshooting. Also in FortiView is the SD-WAN Summary Monitor. Here you'll find SD-WAN alerts, SLA issues, top applications, and top sites consuming bandwidth. They're all displayed here to give you an at-a-glance view on your entire SD-WAN. Sometimes you need to drill deeper than what charts and graphs can provide, and that is where the log view comes in. All sessions from the SD-WAN are logged and sent to the FortiAnalyzer. Here we have created multiple views related to SD-WAN. For example, here's a log view that displays all SLA failures. To get more info, simply double-click on a particular entry, and you'll find a lot more info on that particular session. Next, here's a log view that shows our direct internet access traffic. For real-time alerts, there are many event handlers which can be used to define criteria and send out alerts of different types when that criteria is met. As you can see here, we have an event defined where an alert is sent whenever there is an SLA failure. Scrolling down, you can see multiple alert mechanisms, including email, SNMP, and syslog. For reports, the solution features a powerful reports engine. There are many pre-built report templates, including ones for secure SD-WAN. There are also many templates, charts, macros, and datasets which can be used to create your own reports. It is also possible to customize the pre-built reports through the editor. Let's take a look at an already generated secure SD-WAN report. As you can see, it's quite comprehensive with a ton of useful information on SD-WAN, SLAs, uptime, application use, and so on and so forth. As we know, SD-WAN unlocks the ability to use broadband circuits for WAN traffic. While the performance gains and cost savings are undeniable, there's a higher requirement for security at each branch as they essentially become entry points into the network. Thus, further steps must be taken to ensure that every branch has a full security stack. With the rise of a hybrid workforce where many employees now work off-site, it is essential that there is a consistent security posture throughout the network on or off net. Fortinet Secure SD-WAN offers integrated ASIC accelerated security inspection powered by FortiGuard Labs threat intelligence. It is a key component of Fortinet's single vendor SASE solution. To enable inspection of DIA traffic for on-net users, simply go to the NGFW firewall policy and select all the layers of security you wish to enable, like AV, IPS, and SSL inspection. It's really that easy. There's no need to send your traffic to the cloud or integrate with yet another solution. For customers looking to secure remote users, they can use cloud-delivered security services hosted by Fortinet using FortiSASE. Unlike other vendors, FortiSASE is powered by the same FortiOS and FortiGuard AI-powered security services as on-prem FortiGates to deliver a true single-vendor SASE solution. It allows customers to extend SWG, Firewall as a Service, DLP, IPS, and ZTNA to secure the remote workforce. For secure internet access, FortiClient remote users connect to FortiSASE through SSL VPN for security inspection. Clientless users use a PAC file to use the SWG functionality for traffic inspection. Layer 7 content inspection is defined in security profiles and applied to VPN or SWG policies. For secure private access, the solution provides secure access to internal resources, applications, and hosts. In FortiSASE, tags are centrally defined and pushed to the FortiGates that are configured with the ZTNA rules and perform the role of ZTNA gateways. Alternatively, FortiSASE can integrate with Fortinet Secure SD-WAN. With this integration, FortiSASE actually becomes a part of the SD-WAN overlay. This allows FortiSASE to utilize SD-WAN and provide the best path for remote users trying to access internal resources. Before we wrap up, I want to mention that another powerful and useful aspect of Fortinet Secure SD-WAN are the integrated SD branch capabilities. The solution integrates seamlessly with our FortiSwitches, FortiAPs, FortiExtenders, and manages them under the same console. From FortiManager, you can create various switch and Wi-Fi templates for mass provisioning and configuration updates. The solution provides a comprehensive feature set and detailed per-branch visibility. Finally, with the natural integration with FortiGates, it provides additional security fabric automation capabilities you only get when both security and networking components are built on top of a unified OS. All of this allows for easy consolidation of branch network infrastructure when customers migrate to Secure SD-WAN. And now we've reached the end of our demo. For more information, please check out Fortinet.com or other videos on the Fortinet channel. If you found this helpful, please